This is an emergency transmission. Citizens of the world, please, make no mistake. The zombie apocalypse is near. Will you cower and hide, or join us and fight? We are Dezombified, so stay on point and watch your six.
Hey everybody, welcome to Stereo Dread. I'm Kenny Dreadful, and with me is
Mysterio.
That's right, Mysterio, and this is Stereo Dread. That's right. Thanks for hanging in there. I know we're a little bit late, guys. Supposed to be at 7, but we had to eat, and then we noticed a few things was off with our PC, so we had to do some maintenance, of course. But we are here, and that's what counts. And so are you. So we really appreciate that.
Baby, and may I say, I'm listening to the playback here, and your voice sounds so hot.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, baby. That's for you. Un besito, as we say in Spanish. Un besito.
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to confess something to you. Right before the stream, I was so tired that I was like this close to saying, honey, I can't do it. I'm too tired. Right. But then I saw, that we were going through issues because we have to, sit there and update a few things and, last minute tech shit. You know how it goes. And then that got me even more tired. But then when I saw how many people were waiting for us in the chat, I was like, you know what? We got to go because we got to say hi to our peeps. We can't just leave them hanging like that. That's just not cool, So let's just go do this. And I know you would have done it too. I know Kenny would have done it. He's such a sweetie, guys. He will sit there and he'll say, no. If you're tired, we're not going nowhere. We're not doing that. But that's why I didn't say anything, because he's a sweetie and he would have definitely stopped the stream for me. But I love you guys. How are you guys doing? I quickly wanted to let you guys know that many of you know that my health has been a little funky. I am having to change my diet brutally, okay? And so I've decided to grow my own food, okay? At least what I can have. And it's a very limited diet. So if you guys want and can, all right, and you go to our, what do you call that? If you go to our link tree or our website, anywhere where you may find our Amazon wish list, there you will find some public wish list of stuff we either want for Dezombified or the wish list where I have, some of the stuff that I want to use. So go check it out, and there's different prices because there are so many different things. So just go and find out what you can help with if you want to help me. Yeah, so this is crazy. Yeah, my diet is like so limited. Everything makes me sick. I don't know, but I have found a few things that I can eat and I can have. So I'm a grown because I think it's just not having the proper nutrients and having things that are maybe not 100% all the way there natural. That's probably what's really hurting me. So I guess we're about to find out, right? Oh well, that's all I had to say about that. So let's say hello to our friends really quickly, honey. What do you think? I know they love hearing your voice, saluting them. I know that.
Yeah, they probably do. So let's go to the chat and see who's here. Let me see. I see we have Fear the Great White. Dun, 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 dun. You're gonna need a big about. Thanks for joining us, my friend. Really appreciate that. You are one swell fella, if I may say so myself. You know it like a poet. He's in his house for sure, for sure. Let's see who else is up in this piece. We also have Boney Plater. Boney Plater. It's good to see you, my friend. Where you been hiding at? Regardless, he is an awesome, awesome, awesome supporter here, and we appreciate you. Whoops. Wrong thingy. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yes, Mr. What is it?
Well, we seem to have a audio snafu for some reason. I don't think the guys are hearing here's our compilation, and it's so nice. Here it goes. Let's try it now.
Okay, so this is what it's all about. Right? Trial and error, going live is crazy. Everybody knows. But you know what? I'm going to play one for the both of you. I see. You're in the his house. His house. His house. Let's see who else we have in the chat. We got Warrior Princess Dragon Couchner. It's good to see you. We also have Banshee. Que bueno. Thank you for being here, Bansheba. I see. You're in the his house. His house. His house. Yes, Queen. Yes. Hope everything's going good for you. We also have mutant artificial intelligence. Batteries running low. Thanks for being here, my friend. I really appreciate that. I see. You're in the his house. His house. His house. Yes. And we also have with us Bottle Caps. Good to see you. How's Jack? Hey, Jack.
Jack. Oh my God. I love Jack. Jack is so cute. I love watching his little videos on YouTube. Every time that Bottle Caps posts a video of him, I like to watch it. And on Facebook, he sends it to us in our messenger.
Yes.
It's so awesome.
Jack is cute.
So cute.
Thanks for being here, my friend.
Yo, Bottle Caps got some.
You're in the his house. His house. His house. Some of the most interesting footage you'll see. He does everything from logs floating down the river to the moon and all types of vegetation and animals, and it's awesome. You gotta check out BioCap's channel. Got David S. Vingman. David S. Vingman. Hi. What is up? It's good to see you, my friend. Oh, who else is here? Yay, we got Realities in Perspective.
Hi.
Hello. Good to see you.
Hey, girl.
You're in the his house. His house. His house. Yeah. So I think we're all caught up. You know what? I think I'm gonna get into reading a scary story.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna head on over to this and read this scary story for you lovely folks this evening. Because I know you love hearing scary stories.
I do.
And the last thing I want is for you to leave this live stream to go listen to somebody else tell a damn scary story. Here we go. I got one for you right here. This is from the fandom Creepypasta Wiki. It's called The Slender Man Cometh. I once lived a normal life. I was a groundskeeper at a local cemetery. It wasn't the best job, but hey, it paid the bills. I lived alone in an apartment complex that stood about a mile from the cemetery in which I worked. I would spend my time writing short stories about my boring life and the days I spent at the cemetery. When I worked, it was usually during the afternoon into twilight hours. place is creepy as it is. Thank you very much. I stayed far away from it during the night. It was always the same routine. Show up at the cemetery, gather my tools, and go out to pick up trash and tidy up gravestones until it gets dark. Then go home and do whatever. Nothing special. This routine continued for a year and a half, ever since the day I got the job. Not once did I ever run into anything spooky, like you'd see in a cheesy horror movie. There were never any black cats, of course, and certainly no zombies crawling out of the ground to eat my brains. However, there was one day that would change my life forever. The day I saw him, or rather it. The day I saw the Slender Man. It started off like any other day. I walked to the cemetery, got my tools, and headed out to pick up the trash. But something felt different that day. It was hard to explain. Turn off the light, please. Thank you. But I felt as if...
Okay. Everything that would go wrong must go wrong.
This is the life at Dezombified Inc. Alright, let me gather myself. Jesus Christ. It was hard to explain, but I felt as if though I was being watched. I would constantly look around nervously, only to find that there was nothing around. The only sounds I heard were birds chirping in the trees and the occasional car that passed by. So I spent the entire day on edge, something in the back of my mind telling me that there was something else with me in that cemetery. At the end of my shift, as I headed back to put my tools away for the night, I noticed that the birds were gone, and there were no cars passing by anymore. Everything was eerily quiet. Just then, I saw what appeared to be a man standing about 100 feet away from me. From what I could see, he was abnormally tall and wore a black suit jacket with a white shirt and black tie. Because it was the beginning to get dark, I couldn't see his face very well, so I couldn't tell if he was anyone familiar. I called out to him, but he didn't move. He just stood there like a statue. I began to walk towards him, accidentally dropping my tools along the way. I bent down to pick them up, and when I looked to where the man was, he was gone. There was no sign of him anywhere. I scratched my head and shook it off, thinking that I was just seeing things because I was overworked. I put my tools away and headed home, but I walked a little quicker than usual. I was still a little nervous, and questions filled my head. Who was that man? Why did he just stand there? How did he disappear so quickly? Was he real, or just a figment of my imagination? That night, I barely slept at all. It was my thoughts that caused my insomnia. The next day at the cemetery, I was even more tense. I felt like if a leaf were to fall on my head, I'd scream in terror. Unfortunately for me, the more tense I got, the more distracted I got from my work. Soon enough, my boss, Jeff, came out to talk to me. Jeff was a good guy. He and my father went way back. And he was the one who gave me the job as the groundskeeper in the first place. He and I were also good friends, and he knew that I wasn't acting myself that day. "Steven, what's the matter?" he asked me. "You seem a little off today. Is something wrong?" I didn't want to sound like a crazy person, But I knew I could never lie to Jeff, so I told him the truth. I saw something yesterday, Jeff. There was a man in a suit that was just standing in the cemetery. He didn't do anything, and then he just disappeared out of nowhere. It kind of freaked me out. Jeff looked at me like I was crazy. Wait, what did you say this man looked like? I was surprised that he actually somewhat believed my story. He was really tall, with a nice suit on. It was too dark, so I couldn't see his face. Jeff rubbed his head inside. I don't believe it. I rolled my eyes, thinking that he was talking about my story, but then he continued. I didn't think the legends were true, but what you explained to me, Stephen, verifies that maybe the Slender Man does exist. Now, I was the one that was confused. Slender Man? What's Slender Man? I'm not the one you should be asking these questions, Steve. I only know a little bit about him. But I have a friend, James. He knows everything there is to know about the Slender Man. He took out a piece of paper and a pencil and scribbled something down. Handing it to me, he said, "This is where he lives. I'll give him a call and tell him what you saw, and you're coming to learn more about the Slender Man. Any questions you may have, he'll answer them." I still thought the idea was a little crazy, but I wanted to know exactly what the Slender Man was. That night, I did as Jeff suggested and paid a visit to his friend James. As I entered his house, I saw he was already seated at a table, with pictures scattered all around. When I walked through the door, James greeted me with a smile. "Ah, Stephen. Jeff told me you were coming. Please, take a seat." I pulled a chair to the table and began to observe some of the pictures he laid out. "Jeff told me that you think you saw the Slender Man and that you want more info on him. Well, you've come to the right place." I nodded, and he began to tell me everything he knew. "One thing you should know about the Slender Man. He is not human," James began. "We don't know what he is exactly, but we know for sure he isn't human. People who have seen him describe him just as you saw him. But he is sometimes seen with black tentacles emerged from his back. He is a fearsome creature and kills most likely for the fun of it. Now, let me give you a little backstory on the Slender Man. One of the first recorded instances of him was back in the mid-1500s in Germany. A woodcut artist by the name of Hans Freckenberg created a piece that displayed a creature that looks not unlike the Slender Man. It was discovered in Hatzberg Castle in 1883. Here's what it looks like. He slid one of the pictures over to me. One that depicted a knight dueling with a strange humanoid creature with multiple arms and legs. James continued. Now, Hans Freckenberg was known for his realistic depiction of human anatomy. But, as you can see in that work, the character on the right has multiple arms and an oddly shaped face. This work differs greatly from all his other works. I was intrigued at the amount of knowledge that James had. But he wasn't quite finished. He slid another picture over to me. This one showed several children frolicking on a playground. Nothing out of the ordinary, except for the fact that a man looked exactly like the one I saw in the cemetery was standing ominously in the background. Looking at that picture caused chills to race down my spine. Now, this here is the first recorded photograph of the Slender Man. You can just see him in the background. According to reports, they haven't been seen since. I was astonished. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. James then passed me a few more modern-looking pictures. Each one seemed like a normal, everyday nature or family photo. But in the background of every one, the same tall man could be seen looming in the shadows. That's pretty much all you need to know, James concluded. Any questions? I shook my head, still trying to wrap my head around why this thing was looking at me the day I saw him. The Slender Man is a mysterious force, Stephen, James told me. Nobody knows exactly why he does the thing he does, whether he does it from sport or he is just a pawn for some higher being. We will never know. Coming to this realization, I knew that I had to do something. I decided that the next day, I would find the Slender Man and see for myself what kind of monster he was. I figured he was probably still in the vicinity of the cemetery, so I would hopefully find and capture him. I wouldn't try that if I were you, James warned. The Slender Man has powers that you wouldn't believe. It's best to let nature take its course, and whatever you do, don't try to approach him if you sight him. I assured James that I would do no such thing, and thanked him for all the information as I left. However, I was still content on attempting to end the Slender Man's reign of terror once and for all. I worked through the next day like it was any other day, but I kept my guard up the whole time, looking for any signs of the Slender Man. There was no sign of him the entire day, but once my shift was over, I put away my tools, except for a flashlight, and headed over to where I saw him standing just a couple of days prior. Like that fateful day, everything was eerily quiet. No birds or cars made any sound. I could sense he was nearby. I approached the area where I first saw him and sat on one of the gravestones waiting. I knew he would come eventually. After about 20 minutes, I began to give up hope until I heard rustling coming from the woods that surrounded the cemetery. It was beginning to get darker, and I got a little nervous. I had never been in that area when it was that dark before. It was almost pitch black, and I only had the full moon and my flashlight for light. I gathered up some confidence and walked into the woods, my flashlight shining through the darkness. I followed the rustling sound through the woods, and it began to get louder and louder. It grew closer and closer, and my heart began to race. Sweat formed on my brow, and my hands shook as I tried to hold the flashlight steady. "Show yourself!" I ordered as loudly as I could. Suddenly, from out the brush of the woods came a squirrel. I let out a deep sigh of relief as the squirrel just stared at me for a few seconds. Then it took off running away from me. I thought nothing of it. It was a squirrel after all. They're usually afraid of their own shadow. I turned around and it felt like I walked into a brick wall. I fell hard to the ground and dropped my flashlight. I couldn't see much, but I could see the outline of a figure illuminated by the full moon. I stumbled around like a madman, grabbing for the flashlight. I found it and shined it at the figure. I stared at its legs and moved the light up its body. When I hit its torso, I saw that it was wearing a suit and tie. I swear I felt my heart stop for a moment. I shined the light up at its face and gasped in horror at what I saw. This creature had no face. It looked like an empty canvas. No hair, no face, no nothing. Just a pale white head looking down at me as if it knew I was there. He must have been at least 9 or 10 feet tall. I stumbled to my feet and I felt 2 hands grasp my neck. I began to panic as my heart raced faster and faster, my breathing getting heavy. The creature pulled me closer and raised me up so my head was level with his. I stared into where his face should have been, and he tilted his head as if he were observing me. I could barely breathe as his grasp grew tighter around my neck. I struggled furiously, and suddenly several black tentacles emerged from the creature's back. I knew this was the end. I was about to become another victim of the Slender Man. He raised one of his tentacles and I braced myself for the end. However, I heard a faint bark of dogs and a few men calling my name. The creature turned his head towards the noise and then back at me. He took the raised tentacle and wrapped it around my forearm. A burning pain shot through my entire arm and I winced in pain. If that thing's hands hadn't been cutting off my air supply, I would have screamed bloody murder. The pain was like anything I had ever experienced before. The creature dropped me to the ground and stood above me for a few seconds. I looked up to it and I swear he nodded to me before fading into the surrounding darkness. I gasped for air as the men found me. Jeff was with them. "Steven, what the hell happened here? We heard you yelling, so we came to find out what was wrong." With what little energy I had left, I let out a whisper, barely audible. "It was the Slender Man." Then everything went black. When I awoke, I found myself in a hospital bed, my neck and forearm still in pain. Once I had regained complete consciousness, I looked down at my forearm and saw that there was a black mark where the Slender Man had wrapped his tentacle around me. I stared at it for a few minutes, trying to contemplate why it had spared my life and left me with just a black mark. Before I had a chance to think anymore, Jeff and James came into my room, Jeff carrying my laptop. "How are you feeling, Steve?" Jeff asked me. "Still in a little bit of pain," I replied. "The doctors say I should be out in a couple of days, maybe even tomorrow." "I warned you not to approach him," James shook his head. "I figured he would be a little upset with me." "I know. I really wish I had listened to you," I apologized. He put his hand on my shoulder in comfort. "It's all right. I know how you feel. You wanted to get an up-close and personal view of the Slender Man. Who wouldn't? I'm just surprised he let you live." I was just as surprised. Had it not been for the men calling my name, I probably wouldn't have gotten so lucky. So later, Jeff handed me my laptop. "Why do you bring this?" I asked him. "Because you need to tell your story," he replied. "The story about how you met and survived the Slender Man. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to hear about it." "But who's to say anyone will believe it?" I asked skeptically. James smiled and put his hand on my shoulder. "Steven, for every skeptic, there is a believer. I'm sure someone out there will believe it. Hell, maybe there's someone who's had an experience just like yours. Now, get some rest before you start writing. You need it." The two started to walk away until I called to them. "Hey guys, Why do you think he left me with this? I showed them the black mark on my arm, and James rubbed his chin. No idea. I never heard of any reported cases of that happening. Maybe since you were lucky enough to survive him, he gave it to you as something to remember him by. He smiled and the two walked out of my room. I chuckled to myself at the thought, but then I smiled. Excuse me, guys. And the two walked out of my room. I chuckled to myself at the thought, but then I realized that maybe that wasn't so crazy of an idea after all. I opened my laptop and began writing the story, my story, the story of my experience with the Slender Man. If I learned anything from that ordeal, it's that we may never know who or what the Slender Man is exactly, and where he's going to show up next. But I give you this warning, dear reader, beware the Slender Man, for the Slender Man watches us all.
Well.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that story. It was a lot of craziness that transpired during that reading. Right? Like the laptop falling over and a whole bunch of racket. But overall, I think it was a good read. I really enjoyed the story. How about you, Mysterio?
Oh, I loved it. I was eating it up, you know, and the people in the chat, they were just quiet. I'm assuming because they were paying attention.
Or maybe they fell asleep.
Well, realities and perspective seem to like your voice. I was laughing. Mutant Newton's putting on like what, saxophones and musical notes and stuff like that. I don't know if he's telling me that's what he was envisioning when you were reading, or maybe, you know, he just figures he can hear the music or something. Let me check.
You know something?
I can't hear the music.
I'm not like fortunate enough to have people say they like my stories or my narrating. I'm not like that fortunate and blessed. I mean in droves. You know, other people get the love in droves. Oh my God, what a great read, dude. And all that. I don't get that, but it's cool because you know what? I do it for the fun, and I do it for people to have a good time and enjoy themselves and just spend a few minutes just forgetting about their problems. You know, so that's why I do it. I don't do it for the kudos, that's for sure, because I barely get any. But it's okay. It's all right. You know what? Why don't we go to a commercial break and come back with some weird ass news?
Okay.
You down for that?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do it, baby.
Okay. All right, guys, we will be right back. We're going to some sort of commercial break because I just heard that in my audio in the playback. It sounded like you said commercial break. But anyway, I'll be right back.
Yeah, let's do it.
The zombified leg tacos, nah nah nah. Crispy, crunchy, nom nom nom. The zombified leg tacos, nah nah nah. Tasty, zesty, nom nom nom. The zombified leg tacos, oi oi oi. The zombified leg tacos. The zombified leg tacos, oi oi oi. The zombified leg tacos.
The Zombified Leg Tacos now available at the frozen food section at your local supermarkets. Go grab some today.
Hey guys, and if you do get a chance, we want you to head on over to the Teespring store, buy some merch. That would be fantastic. We have mugs, hoodies, socks. Can't forget about the socks, guys. Come on. You can't forget about the socks. You need to keep your feet warm, okay? And these socks will keep your feet warm. I promise you. I promise you they will. We got some great looking mugs, t-shirts for his and her. Everybody, stickers, which I am receiving mine in a few days. I cannot wait. I am going to rock that so hard. That sticker will look fantastic on my laptop. So if you guys want to grab your own, you guys want to up your sticker game, or you want to up your sock game, then you go on ahead and go to that merch store and you buy yourself some merch, okay? And then you can truly say, we're going to do it to them, okay? You can say that. You can say, we're going to do it to them while you're wearing your Zombie Horde socks. How does that sound? That sounds great to me. Rasta Jesus, aka Post Malone, aka Midnighter Tales, told you to go ahead and go to that merch store, guys. It really is appreciated. Thank you.
Wow.
God, Becky, look at her back.
Indeed. Hello, everybody. We are back. I think so, anyway.
Yeah,
Yep,
baby, we are definitely back. We're back like a Big Mac. We're here to do it. Yo, I want to give a huge, crazy, stinky dookie shout out to our good friend MD Who Entertainment.
Yay.
Let me tell you, she is an amazing narrator. You know,
yes,
she can sing too. She can direct, produce her film, and she knows how to color and paint. I mean, she is a jack of all trades. And not only that, she is a crazy sweetheart. She sent us to our P.O. box something for us, and she sent us something for the little ones too. Oh my God, Mr.
Oh my God. Oh.
How you gonna do that into the microphone?
I am so sorry.
Are you nuts?
Well,
you just blew my ears out, girl.
I'm so sorry, babe.
Jeez.
But I'm pretty sure everybody understands. Ooh,
and you're yawning. I want to say hi to our good friend Mama. Thanks for joining us, Mama. It's good to see you. Jeez, Mandy Mortem, the Twitter queen, she's up in this piece. Thanks for being here, dear. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. Let's see if I could get these photos up somehow to you folks. Let's see. Mysterio's abandoning ship with her sneezing. So now I gotta figure this out. Let's see. Desktop.
Let me see. All right, you continue talking. I'll look for the photos.
Sweet. You look for those photos. You know what? While she's looking for the photos, I'm gonna say who has some stuff happening right now from our friends. I gotta say, Mr. Creepypasta has his live stream going on strong. Check that out after this stream. Tell him Dezombified sent you. You could also check out Gothic Rose, who earlier this evening, she dropped a video. If you didn't get the notification, check that out after the stream, of course. Also, Christina and Son Ghost Squad also premiered something, so be sure to check that out as well after the stream. A lot of people are dropping stuff tonight, as always, because it's Friday night. So what's to be expected, right? No doubt. Let's see. Vidif also uploaded True Paranormal Stories today. Check that out as well. Want to give a shout out to some friends. Dark Somnium. Want to give a shout out to also, let's see, Somber Reads, if he's out there. Ladies Vocaria. Some friends of ours, narrators. Man, it's just so many. Mina, of course. Dame Saturday. Just all the narrators, thanks for doing what you do. Because, we all need that nowadays with the craziness that's happening around the world, all over the globe. So big ups to you guys. As you can see on the screen right there, we got the artwork that was sent to us by the one and only MD Who Entertainment. MD Who Entertainment right here on YouTube. She has content. Be sure to check it out.
Looks
nice.
Really good. It's so cute.
Those are 2 separate pictures. One for each daughter that we have.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is super sweet.
Did they see the fan art?
Oh.
Of the Dezombified channel? Not yet? Okay, cool. Not yet. That's our cute kittens. I don't know if they could see it, but...
That's, is that baby? Yeah, that's baby.
That's baby, and that's Tiger, yeah. Aren't they adorable? And this is also a painting that she painted on, I think, a 4x6. I think the size is a 4x6. And it looks so cool.
I love it.
I do love it. You know, it's always humbling and a blessing when someone takes not only their time, but they put the work in to create something with their hands. It's just incredible. So thank you so much. Hopefully she's not here with us, but hopefully she'll watch the replay and she'll see that we gave a huge ass shout out. So thank you, MD Who, for the awesome work.
Yeah, it was totally awesome.
Hell
like
yeah.
For real, this chick has
facts.
She got gifts.
No
we
doubt.
have quite a few artists though.
Hell yeah. Like Henrik Honk.
Oh goodness.
He loves the sculptures.
Yeah. Artilla likes that
Artzilla
digital art.
Aisha, she loves that digital art.
Yep.
But speaking of friends, guess who showed up at the door? Wepa! It is Puerto Rican Showcasing. It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate that.
I see you. You're in the his
Bienvenido, my friend. Thanks for being here. Puerto Rican has a channel right here on YouTube as well. Great content.
That is true.
Loves dealing with spirit boxes and stuff and paranormal. Look who's here. This is Gamma Akutabi.
Hello.
Gamma Akutabi. Thank you for being here. Appreciate that. So let's see what's happening. We got any of those scary stories lined up and ready to shoot, Miss Stereo?
But I'm having a hard time trying to get all this stuff because the computer crashed right before we went on, remember? But let's see what happens. You keep talking to our friends.
So I began watching Godzilla vs. King Kong, and I've only gotten 20 minutes into it. It's like the latest Justice League. I started watching it and I only got an hour into it, and it's a 4-hour movie. It's just that I don't have time for much watching of anything these days. And it's cool, because you know what? Well, you know what they say about idle hands? Idle hands will give you hairy palms.
You gotta get swifty. You gotta get swifty in here.
You know what I'm talking about. Let me stop. Yeah, that's right. I got the THC card. It's bussin'. I think it's watermelon. It's a watermelon indica. So you know I'm laying back in the cut chilling.
Okay. Well, we have one, maybe not scary, but it's kind of funny, I think.
It's supposed to be weird. It's not supposed to be scary. Is it weird?
Well, it kind of, well, do you think a 10-year-old driving and stealing an SUV is...
Let's go for it. Read it.
It says a 10-year-old who took a SUV has searched on the internet how to drive. So the internet taught this 10-year-old little boy how to drive. Okay, this is so funny. Baby, read the story. This is funny. This is hilarious.
You want me to read the story?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. All right, let me see. So this went down in Minneapolis. A young girl, 10 years old, she was found safe after snatching her family's SUV when they was taking a trip around the Twin Cities metro. And she did this after doing a search on the internet on how to drive.
Jeez,
according to the popo, the police. Let me see. So the girl's mother, she called the police after this. She found out her Jeep was missing. Her truck was gone. A Chevy Equinox. Credit cards as well as her daughter were missing from the family home in Fridley Tuesday morning. So the cops spotted the young driver on surveillance cameras in Ramsey and Eden Prairie before the police found her at Walgreens in Maple Grove Wednesday morning unharmed. But the truck had some scratches and dings, said the police. So searching on YouTube how to drive, that's what our investigation took us, they said.
Jesus.
On how to drive a vehicle on public roadways. Okay? Something along those lines. The mother's traumatized and overwhelmed, of course, by her daughter's actions. I mean, who wouldn't be? Pretty scary stuff, A 10-year-old driving, that could have ended so bad in so many ways.
Mm-hmm. But she went to Walgreens.
The daughter didn't say why she took it either. She's just happy no one was hurt. And the police are grateful as well for that reason, for that. Let me see.
Sweetie, why did you take mommy's car? I don't know. Because that seems to be their stupid answer all the time.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know.
I would have been like, oh, hell to the no. You're going to be grounded and you're going to get spankings. I mean, that's not a spanking, but I don't got spanking sounds here.
Oh, yes, we do. No, wait.
Don't tell me what I have and don't have, woman. Let me see. The girl had been the subject of a missing persons alert distributed by Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehensions. So that is definitely a weird story. Not every day you hear about a 10-year-old taking the family car out for a drive after learning how to drive on YouTube. So that is definitely something. I'm just happy she's okay. Nobody got hurt. So that's really what it's all about.
Well, if you're gonna go for a drive, might as well look up how to drive on YouTube first, right? At least that's what let me see. Fear the Great White said. No, wait, the Fear the Great White. He said that at least she had the sense, to YouTube it.
I can imagine her mom probably told her something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, she probably told her, I never had to scream at you this way before, sweetie, but you can't go doing that because mommy almost had a titty attack. That's probably how that conversation went down.
Probably. Okay.
I remember back, everybody was having titty attacks. You have a titty attack, you're having a titty attack. So what's the next story, Miss Stereo?
Okay, so apparently there is some green rock that has appeared out of nowhere on Mars. Perseverance rover is trying to find out basically where it came from. So let's see. Let's take a look at the readings. Ooh. It says Perseverance's laser hasn't yet penetrated the mystery of the strange Martian rock near the rover's new dig. NASA's rover is waiting for its companion, the Ingenuity helicopter, to make a first ever powered flight on another planet. Meanwhile, its instruments targeted a greenish looking rock on the red planet's surface that has science seen trading lots of hypotheses, according to the rover's Twitter feed, but please don't pick aliens as one of them. Okay. So they're trying to say that this is some sort of weathered, something that's weathered out of some local bedrock, is what they're saying. I mean, it looks pretty cool. Let me see if I can. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, now you can see it. Oh, that's a cool t-shirt. But anyway, look at that. Look at this thing. Super, super cool. Let me look at it over here. Look at that. It does look, I don't know. Look at all those holes. I feel sorry for those people that hate like those holes. You know, there's a name for that, right? A name for it's like some sort of phobia where you hate holes or like the look of holes. You know what I mean?
I do not hate the look of any hose. I love hose. I do not have a phobia of hose. Okay?
Oh, God.
Let's just get that straight.
I was talking about holes. Holes.
Oh, I thought you meant hose. Hoes. Never mind that. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant.
Well, you shouldn't because, you know, they're gardening utensils. You know, so there's that, you know. Seriously, dude. No fear of hoes. So that was pretty interesting. Maybe you want to read the next story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see. Mutant said that they used to steal their dad's car when he was sleeping, disconnect and reconnect the odometer. Park it exactly as I found it. I was 12, never got caught. Oh, okay. Well, you know something? I got bad news for you. Guess who's listening in now? You're busted, all right? Busted. Now you're gonna have to answer to Poppy.
Kick his butt. Look at me. Look what we got here. This is like one of my one of the subjects I like to talk about. You know that. But I want you to read it.
Yes. Okay. Let's see what's happening over here. So this is weird things that you can buy right now on Amazon. Okay, to deal with everyday problems you may have. So let's see what the wonderful folks at Amazon have for us. So do you ever get depressed, feel down during the winter months, or maybe you have an injury that causes you to stay inside your house, but you're not getting enough vitamin D from the sun? Well, there's a desk lamp that you could buy that mimics natural light. Okay, that's right. And you could use it, prop it up right next to you while you're having a meal, while you're doing your nails, while you're getting doing a face mask, while you're talking to the insurance adjuster, whatever. It's pretty cool.
It's like you're getting a tan or something, you know?
Yep, that's right. I found two of those.
That's right.
I found two of these, not the same one.
No.
Okay, an earlier model. Because me and Mysterio found out about these things a few years back, about, you know, these lights that is available for mood enhancement and stuff like that. Because, you know, you don't get enough light, natural sunlight or whatever. I found them at the freaking Salvation Army because they have interesting finds in there. And I got two for $10, so it's basically $5 each. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Hold on.
Yes, what's up?
I gotta definitely change the window because otherwise they're gonna look at like this repetitive craziness.
Yeah, that's cool. After this show, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna roll me up a fat blunt.
Ooh, child.
Of that Pineapple Express.
And I'm gonna be there right with you.
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe?
That's
really?
it. We'll see.
You didn't say that last night.
Ooh. So let's see. What's the next story? Okay,
But tonight I'll have a headache. If you don't give me none of that, I'll have a headache.
All right. Well, all right. You can have the whole thing. So let's see. They also have reusable beeswax wrappers. Reusable beeswax wrappers. Make the food in your fridge stylish like the rest of your kitchen with these bees wrap. Let's see. So we're still using the same painfully saran wrap, but we have now been graced with many alternatives over the years, but none has replaced the convenience of wrapping things up in it though. A small company now may have the sustainable solution. It's called Bees Wrap, made sustainably, ethically sourced beeswax They're under $20 and can be used for an entire year. Wow, saving you money and helping the environment. This is good. This is actually good.
No, what I want to know is, what is it used for?
To put food away instead of saran wrap and whatever.
That's it?
Instead of 3 for $18. I mean, come on.
Okay.
What's next? There's a gap filler with a handy bonus feature for your car. You know, you always have this gap in between, you know, the center console.
That's actually pretty handy. I know what somebody's getting for Christmas.
It's called the drop stop. And basically it does what it says. You put it in the gap and you put your stuff in there, and you got to worry about anything going missing in the side of your car's chair, seat. So,
I like that.
What else we got? We got a lotion.
By the way, we're not sponsored by Amazon.
Oh, hell no.
Yes, we do have an affiliateship, but you can find that on our Linktree or our website, but that's not why we're doing this. We're just doing this because we found this weird and cool at the same time. I never seen this before.
This is cool. You can't reach the back rows.
Back rows.
You can't reach them back rows. Well, this lotion applicator, you never knew you needed. That's right. You don't have somebody to help you out with rubbing lotion on your back. You don't have a Kenny Dreffel laying around. Well, get this lotion applicator, okay? And that will help you. It's intended for the self-tanner. While it's intended for the self-tanner, you could also apply lotion in those hard-to-reach spots. Sounds interesting. Let's see what else we got. We got a filter that claims to help you avoid a hangover.
I'm sorry. That is funny. Them grapes look good though. Grapes look very good. Too bad they're plastic or rubber or something.
Hey!
So let's see. How does it work? Let me see. Simply swish one of these single-use filters into your next glass of red to eliminate the sulfites, histamines, and, at least according to some reviewers, the inevitable hangover. That sounds cool. The sulfites and histamines is what gives you the hangovers. All right. You can get 8-pack for $20. Not bad.
All right.
If anybody tries it, let us know how it works. Let's see. Soap sheets to wash your hands in a pinch.
Like when you go to the Chinese food buffet.
Yeah.
Or you can eat.
Yeah.
And you know, they make them good ass ribs, and then you touch them with your hands, and they get all sticky. They get all sticky in your hands, and then you have to go to the bathroom with your hands up like a surgeon. You know. So I guess this will help.
Baby, you gotta do what I do.
What?
You gotta lick your hands clean.
Oh, I gotta suck my fingers
You
on.
gotta suck it clean, lick them clean.
I don't want to suck it.
Anyway, so check this out. You can leave your house and go wherever you want and do it with some peace of mind, knowing that you can easily wash your hands with a bit of water and one of these magic pieces of paper. They're purse friendly, won't leak all over your new handbag. And there's a 4-pack for $9. Check that out. That's interesting. Once I get to number 10, I think I'm done with these. We're up to number 7. Let's see. These foil stickers to reuse your Nespresso pods.
Okay.
Foil stickers to reuse your Nespresso pods. So do you own a Nespresso? Well, check it out. If you're into the craze and it's your new favorite single serve coffee maker, then these people promise to help you save a penny. And these aluminum seals can turn any used Nespresso pod into a reusable vehicle for any fresh ground espresso. One reviewer even asks if they can even buy the designer a cup of coffee, and you can get an 80-pack of these for just $26.
Or you could just make your own, you know.
Why didn't we think of this? We should be upset right now. Keychains to help you finish a tube of chapstick, right? Whether you're Team Chapstick or Team Carmex, we'll bet that you've never finished a tube before losing track of it. So these chapstick holders come in handy. Click it onto your keys and you'll never lose sight of your bomb again. All for $7.
I never lose my chapsticks or lip gloss. Ever.
Shit,
My problem is I keep them for years. I never throw them out. That I'm like a hoarder when it comes to chapstick and lip gloss. I just keep them. And every time I see a cute one at the store, I have to buy. It's like an impulse buy for me. Chapstick. You know?
That's true, because you still have that Abraham Lincoln lip balm. When he was still alive, you had that, bought that one.
Freaking Kenny, man. Leave it up to Kenny to come up with something straight out of left field that you know it's a lie, but it's still funny, so you have to laugh at it.
All right, so let's see. Turn your Peloton into a WFH dream.
What?
All right. So let's see. Most people spring for the Peloton to get the spring class experience at home. The spin class. Okay, so this is for people that do spin classes. All right.
Okay.
So the adrenaline pumping music, energetic instructors, and out of saddle workout are pretty standard in any commercial, after all, for the machine. But did you know you could make that bike even more functional by turning it into a desk? So with this sleek add-on, it's acrylic, you can put it onto the bike, and now you have a little desktop area too for when you're doing a Zoom meeting or even like editing a video for YouTube.
Yep. You
can do it right here with this add-on.
While you're writing, while you're losing weight and getting your exercises. I mean, seriously,
that's legit.
Who says you can't have it all?
That is legit right there.
I mean, I really wouldn't care for it. But
so far, let me see. I'm digging. I gotta say these beeswax is pretty cool. I guess this wine stuff is pretty neat.
I like the
chapstick stuff is nice.
I actually like the soap sheets.
That's nice too.
I just think it's pretty cute.
That is cute. Last is this low profile laptop stand to help you work comfortably. Check this out. This is nice. It props up your laptop to a 45-degree angle or something.
I see.
So standing desks are all the rage right now, and for good reason. Facts. I was just telling you last night or the night before, I'd like a stand-up desk. So if anyone has a stand-up desk, you can send it to our P.O. box. All right, we'd love to have one because it'll help the workflow.
If you want to send us anything at all, you can send it to P.O. Box 5443, Bradford, Massachusetts 01835. And I am going to be typing that into the chat. But in the meantime, baby, we got some new folks up in the chat. Say hello.
Rick Brab, thank you for joining us. So we really appreciate having you here, my friend. Hope you're having a great weekend thus far. Have a cold one, relax in the chat. It's good to see you. Let's see who else we have up in this chat. If I missed you, please say hello right now. Right now.
Yes.
Before Mr.
Oh, and by the way, I forgot to put it, but you know, I think most of these guys are smart.
Pin it.
But that's a dezombified. Yep. So you have to put dezombified first before you put the address of the P.O. box, because otherwise, you know, it's just gonna. Somebody
put our Discord link too. Any of our mods out there. If you're not too inebriated or busy, if you could please put up the Discord link for our server, that'll be very much appreciated.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go back into this the weird Amazon stuff. I was up to the last one.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I gotta find it again. I accidentally closed it. I'm so sorry. But
Control Shift T, girl.
One moment, baby. Okay. Here we go. Found it.
Okay, so there's like 16 things on here. I'm just gonna do all 16 of them.
Okay.
Let's go to number 10.
Can't really show it right now, but what we can do is talk about it, right?
Hold on. Why not?
All right. If you don't mind the wait, then I guess we can show it then.
Yeah. That's how it was doing good. They see the stuff we're talking about.
There it goes. Perfect.
All right, here we go. Number 10, guys. Number 10 is the laptop stand. So let's see what's so special about it. It's minimalist, but adds just the right amount of support to turn your laptop into an enjoyable workstation, no matter where you are. And you can get that for $25. Not bad. The next one, number 11, is a super modern fire pit. Nice. We gotta get this. This is cool. We could use this to cook, even, right?
Yes.
Imagine.
Yes.
Bet you we could cook with this in a bug out situation. In a shit hit the fan situation.
Yep.
Anyway. I first heard about these solo stoves from a friend. Oh, that's the person that's talking about it. But what's so special about it? I tell you what's so special about it. It's stainless steel, and it's a fire pit that's portable, and it is smoke and gas free.
Smoke and gas free? No.
Making it ultra convenient and ultra chic. That looks nice, and you could get that for a little $300.
Oh, gee.
Measly $300.
Or, you know what? You could bushcraft one.
Yeah.
DIY, bitches, DIY.
DIY. Clothing dividers that make laundry days a breeze. This is nice.
Cute.
That is nice. So what's worse than having a neatly folded pile of clothes? Only to topple it over because you had to grab the shirt that was wedged in the middle. So they have these closet organizers. And check it out. If you take some time to fold each piece of your tops into the plastic boards,
yes,
they're bound to change your closet game for good. And there's a 20 pack for $28. So I guess, yep, you just put them right in between.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
This is nice. A simple lighter for your candle obsession. How many times I know I've been frustrated many a night trying to light a candle when the wick is so close to the bottom, but then you have to take the jar, turn it upside down, tilt it, and then you're trying to light it, and it's just a big hassle.
And sometimes it doesn't light at all. Sometimes that doesn't work.
It doesn't.
You know.
But now, hey, Bath and Body Works has one. No, it doesn't. This is from Ronx Electric USB for $11. Nice. It has a gooseneck. It has a gooseneck. Yep, $10.99.
Gooseneck lighter. Those are from,
cool.
Baby, we used to have one of those a long time ago. We lost it. Remember? It's a really good lighter, actually, and it's rechargeable. So we've had that before.
You read this one. It's about a mirror.
Oh, a mirror that doubles as a selfie station and storage. What?
Nice.
Wait. I need to see this. Untangling a pile of jewelry or taking poorly selfie. A poorly lit selfie. Okay. So those are the type of things that helps you. Problems that helps you solve.
And it has a lock to keep your valuables safe. Yeah. And it has a lock to keep your valuables safe, you see, with the key.
Yeah, I see that. I
don't know if
that's actually pretty cool. It's like a little mini.
But it's right here.
You could also use it as a medicine cabinet as well.
Or you could put your weed in here, in your carts.
It's the Night Street LED mirror jewelry cabinet for $90.
Not bad.
Holy crap. I'm gonna go check that out.
We're almost at number 16. Here we are, number 15, guys. A bag sealer to keep your snacks fresh.
Okay.
So, one too many handful of Doritos during your midnight trip to the kitchen? We have good news. You can make it look like it never even happened with this bag sealer, which reseals your bags using heat, keeping the freshness in. Nice.
That's actually pretty cool.
But we used to have one of these.
A different brand, but we had one.
Yeah,
it was alright. It was just, I don't think it was as good as this one.
No,
this one looks like a little higher
not.
quality.
Definitely higher quality than the one we had.
We should get it and review it.
And the last one is a lunchbox. That's also a portable hot plate.
What?
Yes, a lunchbox.
Wait, I want one. Yeah, definitely. That shit is cool.
Read it.
Well, I think you should read it.
No, you read it. It's the last one.
Okay. If you're heading into your workplace anytime soon, the thought of using the community microwave is probably enough to give you the shudders, and yeah, that would be gross. Equally as enjoyable, though. Okay. A cold lunch, a human can only have so many salads. Instead, bring a homemade meal into the office in this Travelissimo electric lunchbox. Okay, now this is pretty cool. You can plug it into any outlet, okay, to warm up your lunch. Okay, scrambled eggs, home fries, whatever. You know, Travelissimo electric lunchbox. Yo, I would have never thought. Wait, is it rechargeable or you just plug it in? That'll be something that would be interesting to find out. I'm gonna look into this. That sounds very interesting. Yeah, I definitely want. I want one. Maybe not, I don't know. Everything I see, I say I want it, but I'm not gonna end up getting it. But I'll tell you what, that food do look kind of good. What do you guys think? What would you guys put in that? You know, because that food looks pretty yummy. I don't know. It looks pretty good. Anyway, you guys, listen. Believe it or not, we have been live for about an hour, baby. We really have. It says here, let me see how long. Let me see how long we've been on. It says an hour, 14 minutes, and 24 seconds.
No, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
For real? Yo, it flew by, for real.
Yeah, it really did.
It did. But you know what? That's a wrap for the show. I want to say good night to everybody. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the weird news stories. I hope you enjoyed the art that was sent into us by none other than MD Who Entertainment. I hope you enjoyed the 16 Amazon items that can help you out. Take care of some problems you may be experiencing. I also hope you enjoyed the reading, the creepy story reading.
And me sneezing and having a stuffy nose. And
yes,
and voice.
Yeah, and all that too. Whatever she said, all that stuff too. Hope you enjoyed it all. But you know what? I got a skedaddle. I got a long weekend ahead of me.
Ooh.
So I see you guys around. Peace. Love you. Take care of one another.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for coming. We love you, you guys. We're gonna head on out of here. I'm gonna have some ice cream because my sugar's a little low right now, so I'm like a little low energy.
As per usual.
Yep, by the end of the show, I'm usually starving. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Don't forget to check out our Amazon wish lists. See what you can get from there. I'm going to be altering it tonight, too, because I'm going to be taking some stuff away. But thank you so much. Maybe you should check it out tomorrow. So thank you. Have a great day. And remember, these zombie friends, watch your six.